Alright, so basically, I haven't posted like a video in a really, really long time, and I have been motivated to like do stuff, and I've had certain like ideas for content and whatnot of things that I want to post, but whenever I get like a video idea, I go in my head and I go through like all the different things I want to do for this video, and I write scripts and shit like that, right? And I think of, oh yeah, okay, let's get a cinematic shot of this, and let's do replay mod this and that and this, and then have all these cool scenes and stuff, right? But then the moment like you have all these things planned out in your head, and it gets to the point where I don't even like do the video anymore just because it becomes too much effort. So I just kind of give up on it, and that's how it's been for now like a while, right? So I'm just sat here now thinking to myself, okay, yo, I do want to post videos and I have ideas, but instead of me going through all the effort to do like these crazy things that I have planned, let's just try to make like a simple thing and post that and get that out, just to kind of get into the habit of posting things again, you know, and making content. So that's what this is. This is like the first step to getting back into YouTube. Okay, so basically, I have a project, right? A project that I've been working on now for a while. And in this project, I've got a map. And this map has builds and it has stuff around the builds, right? But the issue is there's still like a lot of stuff that has to be done. And one of those things that has to be done when it comes to like the terrain aspect of things is trees. Because not having assets is kind of one of those things that prevents me from getting a large section of terrain like finished and put onto the world. So that's something that I've been working on now for a couple months. This year, I also did a couple months last year, is just getting assets done of like rocks and bushes and trees and whatnot so that I can use them in the world. And I know there's tree packs out there and like people who have been selling and like putting things online for free and stuff, but often those packs aren't really for Conquest, which means they don't include like the new Conquest branches and stuff like that. And the other side of things is just like, okay, I have a very high standard for myself, and I haven't found a single tree pack out there that meets the standards of what I like to have like in my project and stuff like that with the builds that I make and the trees that I do. That's why I'd rather just, for my own project, make all the assets and the trees and stuff like that myself, you know? So that's basically what this is gonna be. I'm starting a new tree species. I'm starting beech trees, open grown. I got the forest grown ones done, but I need the open grown ones still. So yeah. Alright, so when it comes to building like an open grown beech tree, there's like certain characteristics you kind of want to capture in your build, right? So each tree type will have certain characteristics in the way the branches are shaped, or the way the trunk is shaped, or the way certain things grow, and leaf density, and where things, like, you know what I mean. So each tree is different, each tree species is different as well. And some of the characteristics of when it comes to like open grown beech trees, it's like, okay, often the trunk will either be a single large trunk or it'll be a multi-trunk, but they all go pretty straight upwards. Like, it's rare to see a beech tree that'll like twist and turn to the side or something like that. Of course, I say rare, right? There's never a one rule meets all type thing when it comes to trees. Each tree is different, and in different circumstances, trees can grow to like really, really strange shapes and stuff, right? But I know in general, I'm speaking like in general terms, you'll have a beech tree that has a very straight trunk. The branches usually goes pretty straight outwards or slightly up and then curve down at the end. Some trees don't do this. Often trees will go either straight up or stay pretty straight when going outwards, but I know when it comes to beech trees, they curve downwards at the end. When it comes to the leaves, it has a pretty dense like leaf canopy, crown, I don't know what you call that. Yeah, so let's just get to building, I guess. Yeah, alright, so you can see I'm going for that thick trunk. I'm going for a 2x2, not too fat, but also like on the larger side, just because since I'm doing multiple of these trees, I kind of want to start out big and work down smaller. This is just a concept tree though, so I'm only doing this to kind of get into like the flow and the style and test things out. You'll see in the recording, I'm moving in and out a lot and going further away just to see how like the general shape of the tree looks. One more thing, I realized this now watching the recording back. For some reason in this replay you can't see the debugged vertical slabs. It just looks like parts of the tree are floating, but in game it does look normal. It's just this recording's kind of bugged out a little bit. I'm not sure what causes it, but don't worry. It might trigger your OCD seeing the floating tree at the end, but in game it does look normal. now I'm placing the leaves, and you'll be able to see like I leave like I have a dense like foliage, but I also leave like enough gaps so that it looks natural. If you do like the foliage too dense, it just looks like a big blob of leaves, and you don't really want that. You kind of want that fluffy feel, you know? So like I said, don't leave too many gaps, but you can leave a branch gap here or there. That makes the whole thing look a lot more realistic. Yeah, so we got the beech tree done. I don't know, man. I think this turned out pretty good. Like as a concept tree, I think this is pretty much exactly what I'm going for. You know, you got the slender trunks, right, pointing upwards. The shape is just about right. When it comes to like making the leaves and stuff, you know, you don't want to have it too full. You kind of want to go for that fluffy look. That's why you leave like air gaps and stuff like that, because from afar, it just looks better than having just a dense clump of leaves. But the higher you go, the more dense it gets, because once you're high, you don't really look at it from the side anymore, or you look at it from the bottom. That way, you don't want to have a like a holy canopy, or like a canopy that has like too many holes in it, you know. But you also want to leave like a couple of like air holes here and there, like, you know, this is a hole where you'll have some, maybe like, I don't know, some dead branches or something like that. And over here you also got like a gap in the branches that just makes the whole thing look a lot more natural, especially once you'll have, I mean, these things won't be standalone trees. Usually there'll be like other trees next to it and stuff. Leaving air gaps will make the whole scenery of trees that you place down look a lot better. But yeah, no, I'd say that's the first beech tree for the repo. The first like the first open grown beech. So we're just gonna copy that and paste it into the right spot, you know. How does that look? Nice, nice, nice. Ignore that pole. That's just for reference, for size reference. But that is looking mighty fine, I'd say. And it's got a good height to it as well, you know. I think when it comes to making beech trees, I think we could probably have like one or two that are maybe like a block or two taller than this, you know. But I don't want to go too much larger, because like beech trees, they are quite a large species. But that's more like for the forest variants, and the open grown variants don't usually get that large. The only case where you have like really large open grown variants is if they were in a forest beforehand, like the forest got cut down and the beech tree was left, then the branches will grow out to the sides. But honestly, like this is probably what we'll be working with most of the time. I think this is a very, very good concept tree. It's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for, to be honest. And of course, the bottom is square, right? So it works with layers, which is what we want for our map. So we chillin'. Alright, well, anyways, I know that wasn't really the usual content that I normally do, but I think I'm kind of trying to move more towards posting videos more frequently and that kind of stuff. So I hope y'all enjoyed anyway, and I wish you all a happy new year. And if all of my New Year's resolutions go to plan, then you'll probably be seeing a lot more from me in the future. So anyway, see ya, bye!